Okay, you lucky business owners, you get the longest video. I have about 10 things that I want to go over. Number one, as discussed in the intro, your contributions, your matching contributions can now be done as Roth. We don't know how we're going to do that, but it can be done. Roth employer matching contributions. Number two, low cost incentives. If you really want your employees to contribute to their 401ks, you can give them things like gift cards. That's great, right? But there's no dollar limitation that's been set, and we don't know how we're going to account for it, and it would be taxable. We don't really know how that's going to work either, but you can give them little incentives. Your employees who are part-time, working under 500 hours per year, they used to have 3-year eligibility. Now it's down to 2. Those employees are excluded from your non-discrimination testing, and you don't have to provide matching contributions to them. So a little change there. Number 4, this is pretty cool, I think. If the IRS and the government they want people to save, because Social Security is going to run dry, so they look better if they incentivize you to save. If someone is paying off student loans, they're not necessarily going to save. Now they can pay off student loans, and whatever that amount is, to some limitations, I'm sure, you can make your contribution based on that. So if they're paying $100 a month on their student loans, you are allowed to make your matching contribution based on that into their 401k. Number 5, military spouses. $500 in tax credits are available if your military spouses, who are your employees, are immediately eligible to participate in the 401k, are immediately vested, and earn a matching contribution. There's some intricacies there, not going to get into it. The top-heavy testing and the non-discrimination testing, that's the stuff where we look at, are the owners giving themselves a bunch of money and the executives are getting a bunch of money and nobody else is getting a bunch of money. Improper fraction is how we learned it in elementary school. They're lessening some of those restrictions. So again, won't get into the details of that. That's really something that we want to discuss in your plan design, but they are lifting some of the restrictions, adjusting some of the restrictions there. Notices. If I'm your employee and I don't participate in your 401k, you send me a bunch of stuff and I don't want it because I don't care. You don't have to do that anymore. You have to send the initial 2 documents, eligibility, your reasons why you'd want to participate, but you don't have to tell them 5 years later if you changed a fund inside of your 401k. Emergency savings. So there's the $1,000 emergency savings. I don't know what $1,000 is going to get you these days, but that's sort of built in there now. And now there is something called a PLESA, which I believe is a plan linked employee savings account. Might want to Google that to verify, but I think that's what that stands for. That's $2,500. So these are just ways to allow employees to have a little bit of access to the money inside their 401k if they need it for emergencies. Last couple, and again, all this stuff I'm talking about with the business owners is something that really want to review in the plan designing process. If there's anything that really stands out, it's probably something that I will mention to you specifically that I think you may want to look at or change for your plan. Catch-up contributions. I'm going to touch more on this in the retirees and pre-retirees video, but basically between ages, I believe it's 60 and 63, you can put an additional amount into your 401k above and beyond the traditional catch-up contribution, and that number is $10,000 or 150% of the prior year's catch-up contribution. So why make it simple when we can make it complicated? But what's important to know there for the 401k is your highly compensated employees, any additional catch-up contributions that they're doing have to be Roth. Reason for that, government wants your money. Lastly, $5,000. If you own a business and you don't have a plan, you can get up to $5,000 in tax credits for creating one. There's limitations on number of employees and several things along that, but it is out there. If that's something you want to chat with me about, of course, reach out. So there you have it, business owners. That's it. There's over 90 provisions in the Secure Act 2.0. These are just the ones that I thought were the most interesting or the most relevant to most of the people who I work with who have 401ks and are offering 401ks to their employees. So if you want to discuss any of this, please reach out and let me know, and we can have a one-on-one discussion. Thank you. Enjoy your Friday or whatever day it is. It's Wednesday night. I'm going to go home and have dinner once I finish my other videos. Take care. See you soon.